job without overworking your budget.
He gave the best years of his life in defense of our country. Don't you think he's done enough? Don't take a hero's space.
I'm Chris Edwards. The rains have moved out. I'll let you know if there's cold air moving in the morning.
Now, AJ. The verdict comes down. And one more time, we're mesmerized. This time, they all say Simpson caused their deaths, responsible for life lost. Today, a special AJ. Liable, liable, 12 times liable. At that moment, Michelle Dabney Perez and Copper Bob Kerr, up where no one else is, capturing the Walk of Triumph.
It's a mob scene.
Stay with him. Stay with O.J. Yes.
Clearly you see in all these pictures the shoes.
He took the pictures of O.J. Simpson wearing the shoes just like those the killer wore.
I'm Les Trent. Meet the sports photographer whose work may have helped steal O.J.'s face.
Then,
I said, yes, Nicole.
Nicole Brown Simpson's best friend, Faye Resnick. She tells only A.J. what happened right after the verdict came down.
My friend and her friend have been heard.
Coverage, Nancy Glass.
Hello and welcome to AJ. We're in Santa Monica, California today. As you know, it has been a night and day of drama, heart-stopping tension, and wrenching emotion as America stood still to hear the verdict. We have special Team AJ coverage of the final word in the O.J. Simpson saga. You're about to see things you have not seen before and hear from insiders you won't hear from anywhere else. We start with Michelle Dabney Perez, who was there as each moment of the drama unfolded.
We are holding a front row seat here for history in the making. Behind me, you can see the Santa Monica Police Department, which has formed a human barricade just in case any violent behavior breaks out here. The crowd is growing. About an hour ago, it began to build. Upwards of 1,000 people surrounding us here. Rabble-rousers are being attracted at this point, stating their opinion, as you can probably hear behind me. And the tension is growing. A lot of looks of apprehension in the faces of the people. O.J. Simpson is now pulling up here to the Santa Monica courthouse. He is being escorted by the Santa Monica Police Department, a motorcade. Let's zoom in and get a closer look. Now it's getting a little bit rowdy. Tension obviously mounting. Listen to that. You're hearing boos and you're hearing cheers. Getting out of the car. A little smile on his face, a smile we've often seen. But he's not looking back. All the key players are inside. Tension fills the courtroom and the courtyard. Now all that's left is for the jury to make the final decision. The jury is now seated and the verdict is about to be read. Let's turn the cameras on the crowd. An unbelievable reaction from the crowd in front of me as we just hear that the jury has awarded damages against O.J. Simpson of $8.5 million. But the jury has found Simpson responsible. O.J. must pay, and now he has to walk out and face the public. Everybody booing O.J. Simpson, his sister, his niece. O.J. a little bit more of a serious look on his face as he gets into the car, not looking up at all to the crowd as he usually does. A sheriff bailiff is now escorting Daniel Petrocelli from the courthouse. Listen to the reaction. Tim Goldman in tears. Then a significant moment that almost got lost as the Goldmans are surrounded by reporters and supporters. Look closely. You can see Sharon Rufo, Ron Goldman's birth mother, quietly sobbing as she walks away unnoticed, accompanied only by her attorney. John Kelly now coming out, Lou Brown on one arm and Judita on the other. Undoubtedly the happiest we've seen the Goldman family and the Brown family in about 3 years. They are heading over now with a motorcade of about 6 police officers to the DoubleTree Hotel right across the street for a little bit of celebration. It's like a stampede. Hotel to celebrate, but it seems the entire crowd has followed them over here wanting to get in or at least have some sort of comment from either family. So as the crowd starts to leave, it seems the Goldmans and Browns have the verdict they've been waiting for almost 3 years.
Now, A.J. up close was one of the key figures in the saga, Faye Resnick. She was one of Nicole Brown Simpson's closest friends, and O.J. Simpson even claimed the killer might have come from her circle. Moments after the verdict, she talked exclusively with Jonathan Karsh.
Finally, I realized that my friend and her friend have been heard.
It is a night Faye Resnick has long been waiting for. The night when two people, Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman, can finally rest.
Did you fear a mistrial?
No, I didn't. In fact, so many people ask me, do you fear there's going to be a mistrial? Absolutely not. You know, there's been impossibilities that this could have been a mistrial. With all of the new evidence that there was.
What a night.
It's been quite a night.
And yet the usually emotional and riveting Faye Resnick is uncharacteristically quiet and contained. It has been a long 2.5 years. She is drained. And there's a part of her that cannot believe that O.J. Simpson has been held accountable. In this exclusive interview, Faye Resnick reveals a private prayer she said to Nicole as she waited for the verdict to be read.
I was telling her, you know, if it doesn't happen, God will take care of him. If it does happen, all people will know that you meant something.
Right when the verdict was announced, what'd you do?
Cried immediately. And I thanked God. And I said, yes, Nicole.
Faye says she saw a side of O.J. Simpson that she had never seen before.
Finally, this man's speechless. And finally he knows that he hasn't fooled us.
Did you see him walk away?
Yes, of course.
What did you think he was thinking?
That was the greatest. That was the greatest. He walked away, didn't have his little arrogant face on. For the first time, he knew that he wasn't above the law. You would have to know the man to know what that does to him. You have to know the man. This is killing him.
And there were others that shared her joy and relief when they heard the verdict. Faye Resnick's phone rang throughout the night.
Oh, that's so great. Okay, I will, sweetheart. Bye.
This message on her machine was typical of what she had been hearing all night.
I love you so much. I'm so happy right now.
I didn't have much faith in our judicial system any longer. I thought, you know, my God, if he doesn't get a judgment, we are all going to have to start rewriting this Constitution individually as people.
Throughout the night, she was reminded of the regard she holds for the Brown and Goldman family.
They bore these children. They raised these children. If this had happened to my child, I couldn't have been as gracious. I can honestly say that.
Our family is...
So you really could put yourself in the place of Fred Goldman?
Oh, 100%. I have so much respect for him.
And we have it. Thank God.
Faye Resnick lights a candle and says a prayer for her best friend each night. On this night, she says her prayers have been answered.
I will always have her in my heart and my soul, and she's a part of me. Nicole became a person again.
Tonight.
Tonight. And so did Ron.
And Faye Resnick told us that the defining moment of the trial for her was when the photographs of O.J. Simpson wearing those Bruno Magli shoes were presented. Later, we'll meet the man who took those photographs that proved to be so crucial. And when we come back, we'll find out what's ahead for Nicole Brown Simpson's sisters.
Coming up, after a night of wrenching emotion and final victory, what's ahead for Nicole Brown Simpson's sisters?
She'll always be there with me.
Plus, the man whose photographs changed history. Next on AJ. Production assistance brought to you by Ultra Strength Bengay. It's the strongest Bengay ever. Plan to watch AJ for this. An up-close look at the parents of the little beauty queen, Jean Benet. A special report on the Ramseys. Watch for it.
Coming up, the Simpson civil verdict. Did it change anyone's opinion? Hear what two local legal experts and your neighbors have to say. Plus, get the latest live from California. Then, a story of courage and faith. The little boy who looked to the Pope for a miracle loses his battle with cancer. Plus, a major decision is made in the case of the man arrested for dialing 911. And meet the granddaddy of all cats. See why this cuddly guy's birthday is a record breaker on News 3 at 6.
This Sunday is Super Sunday at Bridaltown. All 5,000 bridal gowns and mother's gowns will be on sale at virtually 50% or more. You heard it right, about 50% or more. And you'll save on headpieces, shoes, slip, bra, alterations, and preservation. Call 800-695-GOWN for an appointment or roadmap. If you can't make this Sunday, call now for a rain check. That's 800-695-GOWN. You'll save hundreds. Bridaltown is worth the drive.
Hello, Martha.
Huh?
Making homemade soup, are you? Well, how about trying Progresso vegetable soup?
Oh, I don't know. Mine's got lots of big vegetables.
Just like Progresso.
And then there's my seasoning.
Progresso's got that down to an art. Adding herbs and spices that make these vegetables sing. Just taste.
Mmm, tastes just like my... Did you take my recipe?
What recipe, Martha?
Progresso's vegetable soups. For homemade taste, take home the Progresso.
Since I lost the weight, I love myself.
I thought I'd always be overweight, but look at me now.
I lost 65 pounds in 5 months, and I feel great.
At Quick Weight Loss Centers, we customize our weight loss program to fit your requirements. With our personal eating profile Slim Within system, we can help you find out why you gain weight and learn how to keep it off. With our Quick Weight Loss program, you'll enjoy real food, eat in restaurants, even eat fast foods, and still lose weight. Lose weight, $6 a week. Now open Northeast Philadelphia and Turnersville, New Jersey. Call 1-800-526-SLIM.
Hey, yeah, you. How's it going? I'm Hand, spokes extremity for the Pennsylvania Lottery. First of all, thanks for playing. Without you, we'd be nothing. But thank yous aren't my specialty. And I'm not here for my smoldering good looks. I'm here because I am of the number 5. 5 is good. And this week, when you buy 5 Keystone Jackpot tickets, we'll give you 1 free. Buy 5, get 1 free. That's 6 chances to win $3 million. So good luck and keep those fingers crossed. But nicely. Fingers are people, too. Bye-bye.
Nicole Brown Simpson's sisters virtually put their lives on hold during these trials, and over again they experienced terrible setbacks which deepened their grief. Well, today they're flushed with victory and planning new lives. Bob Gilmartin found out what's ahead for them.
As the beleaguered Brown family pulls up to the Santa Monica courthouse, something strange happens. You can hear some people in the crowd booing. Anxiety is etched in their faces. Nicole's mom, Juditha, leads the way. Denise follows in a baseball cap. Dominique just steps behind as they hurry into the courthouse. An emotional Tanya pauses to wait for her father, Lou, who parks the family car, and then takes a moment to acknowledge supporters. It's been an emotionally wrenching 2.5 years for Nicole's parents and sisters. First, the terrible death of Nicole, then the not guilty verdict in the criminal trial, and in December, losing custody of Nicole's children to O.J. Simpson.
The custody trial was much more important in terms of just what was important to them.
Ron Hardy is a close friend of the Browns. He says they will always cherish Nicole's memory, and now they may be able to put their tragedies behind them and move forward at last.
I think that they are ready to, they realize that they are still a family, and she'll always be there with them.
The Browns now dedicate their energies to the issue of domestic violence. Working through the Nicole Brown Foundation they created in her memory, Denise Brown has become a controversial spokesperson on the subject.
And if we can save one life, I'll be a very, very happy person.
Dominique, a stockbroker, is spending more time with family. Tanya, the youngest daughter, works for an architect, spending her free time educating others about domestic violence. But for a brief moment, this close-knit clan had cause to celebrate. The civil trial verdict confirmed their awful belief of who killed their beloved daughter.
Oh, mine hasn't sunk in yet. I'd like to wait.
Attorney John Kelly says closure may now be near for the family.
I mean, we're coming near the public end of more suffering, more pain, more loneliness, and more loss than any one family can be expected to endure.
Joining me now, famed defense attorney Leslie Abramson in our L.A. newsroom, and outside the court, former Superior Court Judge Burton Cass and civil rights attorney Leo Terrell. Leo, I have to start with you. You talked to O.J. after this dramatic verdict. What did he say to you? What was his reaction?
His reaction is very low-key, and you know what? He said very little. But you saw what his focus was because he focused on making sure his kids were okay. When he went home, he saw Justin and Sydney. He left very briefly to go see Bob Baker to plan strategy for the next phase, and then he went back home to Justin and Sydney. But he expected this, Nancy. He expected an adverse ruling, especially in light of the court's decision not to grant the mistrial.
But Leo, 12 jurors made a unanimous decision, $8.5 million. They haven't even gotten to punitive damages yet. That's not what you expected. What does that tell you?
Well, you know what, Nancy? This man has gone through hell the last 3 years. He has been the focus of the entire country for 3 years. And I know this sounds strange, but this man was not angry. He was not yelling and screaming. And I think the public wants a angry O.J. Simpson. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to lie to you. I have never seen this man get angry. So he's taking it in stride. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and tell you he's not hurting inside, but he doesn't show it from the outside.
All right, well, Bert, is this a vindication for the Browns and the Goldmans?
Nancy, yes, you just mentioned the reason. First, you have, rather than a 9-3 permissible verdict, you have a unanimous verdict, and you have an $8.5 million compensatory. You could have a $40, $50 million punitive damage judgment, even if it's knocked down. And remember, this is a problematic thing. The point is that they're not after money. They're after a vindication to assess responsibility, tell the world that O.J. caused the deaths of those two people. That's what that's about.
It's money. This case is about money. Let's be honest, Judge.
No,
shame on you.
It's not about
a different
money.
Standard of proof. This case is about M-O-N-E-Y.
No, it's about assessing culpability. They want the world to know that somebody killed their children, and guess who it is? It's O.J.
Well, Leslie, I know you don't love to make predictions, but can you make one here? What will the punitive damages be?
More money than he will ever earn or be able to pay. I mean, I don't know. It could be 40, 50 million. But the problem is the 8.5 is more than we know he has and more than he's likely to ever earn. And you start wondering what's going to happen to his children when the first 8.5, if there ever is that much money around, goes to the Goldmans. How's he going to take care of his kids?
That is the question of the day. Finally, Leo, did he give you any clue as to what the strategy is going to be?
Appeal, and he's going to appeal. Regarding the punitive phase, he's going to show, which is very easy, he doesn't have the earning potential. Why? Because he hasn't been allowed to earn a living the last 3 years. So it's all speculation as to
well, Leo, he did earn a lot of money while he was in jail. He sold the book, he made the tape, he signed autographs, and we have to end this here. Thanks so much to all of you. When we come back, we'll meet the man whose photographs played a vital role in the trial.
Coming up.
That's one of the reasons why it took so long.
The man whose photograph swung the jury against O.J. and changed the course of history. Plus, winners and losers in the O.J. Simpson saga. Next on A.J.
KYW News 3 this morning gives you weather first and a chance to win a great getaway. Compliments of the Jamaica Tourist Board, win a trip to Jamaica. Stay at the exclusive Round Hill Resort. Fly U.S. Air from Philadelphia non-stop to Montego Bay. Watch Weather First all this week. You'll get one secret word each day. Send all 5 in on a postcard. The winner will be chosen from the correct entries on February 14th. KYW gives you Weather First and your chance to win.
Backed by popular demand at the Philadelphia Marriott and the Hilton at Cherry Hill. It's big. Thousands of fur coats go on sale this Friday at the manufacturer's Giant Fur Super Sale, hosted by Andriana Furs. This gorgeous beaver coat is only $8.95 or $35 a month. Magnificent female ranch mate coats from only $19.95 or $49 a month. Instant on-the-spot financing. The Giant Fur Liquidation Sale at the Philadelphia Marriott and the Hilton at Cherry Hill starts this Friday, 4 days only.
We're on the air with Bud Bash of Personal Mortgage, who's providing free estimates on home equity loans.
George from New York.
My home is worth $125,000. I have $78,000 left on the mortgage and owe $7,000 in credit card and other bills.
Well, I'd estimate you could refinance your first mortgage, pay off all your bills, get $15,000 in cash, and have just one low monthly payment.
Bud, where do I sign?
Call 1-800-DIAL-PMC for a fast estimate on a home equity loan. Next caller.
Since the days of George Washington and Abraham Lincoln, Americans have enjoyed certain freedoms, like the freedom to settle wherever they wanted to raise a family and provide for their protection, and the freedom of choice. In honor of these traditions, ADT is proud to offer our 1997 President's Day sale. It's an opportunity for you to help protect your home and family with the nation's #1 home security system. It's also a chance for you to exercise your freedom of choice, because when you call before February 23rd, you can choose from 3 special introductory offers. You can get 2 months of monitoring at no extra charge, or save $50 on fire protection. Or choose a customized system and save $100 on installation. But no matter which offer you choose, you'll sleep easier knowing your home is protected by ADT, a company with over 120 years of experience. Remember, the ADT President's Day sale ends February 23rd, so call today.
We have it. Thank God.
A lot of evidence was presented at the civil trial that was never seen by the jury at the criminal trial. None of that new evidence was as dramatic and as easy to grasp as the photographs that called O.J. Simpson a liar. Les Trent met the man whose pictures changed history.
All 30 prints or pictures were brought into evidence.
And clearly you see in all these pictures the shoes.
30 full-body group shot pictures featuring a smiling O.J. Simpson wearing the incriminating Bruno Mollies that he denied in court ever owning. The same shoe investigators argued the killer of Nicole Simpson and Ron Goldman wore.
It's just amazing that, these pictures have become such a crucial part in their evidence and in their case.
But the pictures that may have changed the outcome of the most closely watched case in history nearly went unnoticed, piled carelessly in a heap of old negatives in a basement darkroom. Just another snapshot from another day on the job.
For E.J. Flammer, in fact, it was such a regular day of shooting sports that it never occurred to him through months of the criminal and civil trials that he held in his possession the cornerstone of the plaintiff's case.
Not until a friend called and reminded him that he had photographed O.J. Simpson at a 1993 Buffalo Bills game.
And ended up just, going through all my negatives. In fact, this is the box here that the negatives were in. This is the box. As you can see, that's one of the reasons why it took so long.
And before E.J. Flammer knew it, lawyers for the family of Nicole Simpson were knocking on his door. Flammer was off to L.A. to testify and show his work to the jury. A tough assignment for the Buffalo boy who grew up idolizing O.J.
It was difficult knowing that, someone that I admired and looked up to, was sitting across the courtroom, and I had something, as far as sealing his fate, possibly.
And O.J.'s fate could have been much different in the murder trial had those pictures surfaced earlier. Former criminal case juror Willie Craven.
In fact, if those are legitimate photos of him wearing those shoes, then I would think that would be very incriminating.
E.J. Flammer is matter-of-fact about his place in history, but his is every photographer's wish come true. A chance to capture history, if even by accident.
And E.J. Flammer's pictures not only proved to be key evidence in the civil trial that made him a lot of money. He makes several $100s each time you see them. That makes him one of the winners in the O.J. Simpson saga. Here's Team A.J.'s look at the other winners and losers.
Thumbs up for Brown and Goldman lawyers John Kelly and Daniel Petricelli. They did their jobs with dignity. Which is more than can be said for O.J. Simpson lawyer Robert Baker, whose mean-spirited strategy seemed half-baked. Judge Fujisaki ran a tight ship. No courtroom cameras, no nonsense. In control all the way.
We have much to be thankful for.
Hail to the verdict. Poor President Clinton had a lot to say last night, but the spotlight belonged to O.J. Simpson. We felt their tears, we've known their fears. Victory at last for Fred and Kim Goldman, tireless soldiers in a long march for justice.
The Brown family hung in there despite the heartbreaking custody loss of Sidney and Justin to O.J. Sweet success for them. And sour grapes for criminal case prosecutor Chris Darden, who's been whining to anyone who'll listen. You lost your case, but you got a big book deal, Chris. Now get over it. But will O.J. Simpson ever get over this one? He stopped and bought ice cream on the way home from the verdict. With a debt of $8.5 million and counting, it may be the last time he can afford such a luxury.
And when we come back, if O.J. Simpson is responsible for the deaths, what happened to the clothes he wore that night? We'll tell you about an A.J. exclusive on where some say they may be.
Use your American Express card at participating national car rental locations, and you could win one of 10 trips for 2 to the Final Four.
Of course, some of us will try and get there the hard way.
Be ready. It's February. Team A-Day in February. Nothing like you've ever seen before.
We worry about too much TV. Eating too much candy.
Too much cold medicine. We had no idea.
Now, we've switched to Triaminic, so we only treat the symptoms they have.
And there's no chance of side effects from unnecessary medicine.
Triaminic lets you choose the right relief without the worry.
When you shower with Jergens moisturizing body shampoo, your skin feels clean, untouchably soft, making the most of the special moments you share. Jergens moisturizing body shampoo, because life is touching.
Other things have come along for diarrhea since kaopectate, but I still haven't found anything that comforts me the way it does. A couple spoonfuls of creamy, soothing kaopectate is all it takes. Kaopectate. There's still nothing else quite like it.
Lopsided. Oh, chip corner. Broken. Toast Waffle Crisp cereal tastes so much like Grandma's homemade waffles and syrup. Too big. People will find any excuse to eat it.
Colorful taste, wishbone bright, colorful taste in every bite. Pepper red, garden green, nothing like you've ever seen. Take a peek, take a pour, you're looking at what you're looking for. See some color. Colorful wishbone, world's most colorful taste.
Red peppers, onions, garlic galore. All the robust taste you buy Italian dressing for.
Wishbone, world's most colorful taste.
Up next, 2 different juries, 2 different verdicts. Now here, 2 local lawyers take on the Simpson case after he's found liable in connection with the deaths, and get a live update from California. Meet a little boy recovering after being hit by a robber's bullet as he rode in his parents' car. Then, see how Governor Whitman is taking steps to revolutionize New Jersey's school system. And for an old guy, he has one cool cat. Meet Grandpa, scratching into the record books. Next on News 3 at 6.
I see your house doesn't have the Sloman Shield. Aren't you scared?
Getting scared? What's the Sloman Shield?
An advanced home security system installed free. Guaranteed. Call 1-800-ALARM-ME.
Burglars pass by the Sloman Shield?
Wouldn't you? Knowing your family's protected by the Sloman Shield?
I'm not scared anymore.
What's the number?
1-800-ALARM-ME.
Installed free. Call 1-800-ALARM-ME. The Sloman Shield.
Shield your home. The Sloman Shield.
Tomorrow on American Journal.
Before O.J. Simpson went on trial for murder, some believe he left bloody evidence here. A.J. headed to a spot where some believe laundry bags are buried.
An exclusive search of a garbage dump. It's never been done before. On the trail of possible missing blood evidence. Only on A.J. tomorrow.
That's next time, and finally today, as you can see, I'm with Team A.J. reporters Bob Gilmartin, Jonathan Karsh, Michelle Dabney-Perez, and there is Bob Turr flying around behind us. They have all worked very hard covering this amazing drama. It has been a long, tumultuous, and unpredictable saga. I'm Nancy Glass. Thanks for joining us. Please join us again for the next A.J.
The creativity of ancient China comes to life before your eyes as Advanta presents China, Ancient Arts and Sciences, now at the Franklin Institute.
There was real anticipation the night the five brothers welcomed the great tenor with an inspired tomato Alfredo sauce. With Raphael's succulent tomatoes, Vittorio's perfectly aged parmesan, and velvety cream, they made such a rich harmonic blend. Instead of singing for his supper, their guest was rendered speechless. Taste the new pasta sauce they inspired, creamy tomato Alfredo. Five brothers, one passion.
You won't find a sale this cool anywhere else. John's, only in Montgomeryville, on Route 309.
Nobody does it like John's.
Don't wait for an act of Congress. We'll make your Social Security number worth more money right now. Listen to WMMR in the morning. Wake up wealthy.